This is your girl Shay from Shay Daily, and today I'm coming to you guys again with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I style my 40-inch braids. Let's go ahead and get into it. I know what you guys are thinking, 40-inch braids, really, Shay? Yes, I braid my hair a lot, and it just seems like every time I braid it, it gets longer and longer. I think I'm just getting used to braiding it again. So I know it's kind of dark and you guys can't see it that well, and I did a couple of extra poses to show you guys how long the braids are. So even in a ponytail, you guys can see that they're pretty long. They actually go right past my butt cheeks. So for style number one, we're only gonna use 2 braids. We're gonna take 1 braid on the right and 1 braid on the left. I like to put a little bit of hair just like to the front to just make it a little more, give it a little bit more oomph. And I always like a bang. Like I'm a bang kind of girl. So we have our 2 braids. We'll take 1 rubber band. You don't need a hair tie for this because we are just tying 2 braids together. So we're going to take our rubber band, we're going to take our 2 braids, and we are going to bring them to the back, and we're going to tie them together. Pretty much just wrapping the rubber band around the braids. So this is a low maintenance, low stressing kind of hairstyle, so it just doesn't put a lot of stress on your hair when it comes to your sides and your edges. So because you're not putting the braids in like a back bun or a high ponytail, you're not putting so much strain on your actual hair. So we're gonna jazz it up. You'll see I got the little clip. I love the gold ones. These ones you can find at your local beauty supply. I definitely had a couple laying around and wanted to just play with them a little bit. I don't live in an area that sells a lot of products for Black women. So when I'm around my moms or just visiting family in other places in California, I do take advantage of buying braiding hair and different jewels for my hair. I'm running low, y'all, okay? I buy hair jewels for 2 natural goddesses, both my daughter and I. But for now, I had a few laying around and I decided to go ahead and play with them. So I'm going to put 1 on the right. I'm going to put 1 on the left. I don't mind just having them in the front. I've done them all over my hair before, but I always feel like I have all these jewels in my hair that I can't see. And, I just like to be able to they're on my face, they're in the front. You could just see it just head on. So I really like keeping the jewels in the front, though you can do them in the back for different looks and to add different detail to the look. I definitely don't think this look needs too much because I do already have 40 inches of braids. But, I did want to add just a little something to it. I thought it would be cute. If you guys like to play with jewels, let me know what you think. I know that they do have the jewels that have the feathers attached to them, the gold feathers, and I've definitely worn those before. I like them, and I think I need to go get some more so I can jazz up a few more hairstyles, So as I continue throughout this video, I just started to get Carnival vibes, and I was like, I'm just gonna be the whole squad tonight. I was like, look, Carnival girls are in, groups of girls in these beautiful outfits, and for the most part, they'll stick to a color scheme. But, you'll see, some of them are just a little different than the others. So I went with that theme for this tutorial because I felt like, hey, let's do 1 look for each dancer in your mind. So I definitely went with the Carnival, kind of feel for it all. My braids just had me in the mood, and maybe it's the fact that the one in California is coming up. I believe it's the one in Oakland. So yeah, I'm excited about that. If y'all like Carnival or y'all have looks for Carnival, I would love for y'all to let me know, what kind of looks do you guys like to do? What kind of hairstyles do you do? I know that with the feather hats, it does get a little difficult to do certain styles, but I definitely think braids are very appropriate for any kind of carnival. So And y'all know how we are, ladies. Y'all already know. So I went ahead and did style number 2, which is basically me just adding jewels to the back braids that I attached together with the rubber band. So I just went ahead and took the jewels that I had and placed them and wrapped the 2 braids together by clipping them together. Now we're gonna do look number 2. So for this look, we are actually going to need to section our hair off into 3 spaces in the front. So I'm taking the part number 1, which is the middle of my head. I'm taking the braids from the middle and just separating a decent amount. You don't want too many braids for the first part of the style, because for the other styles, you will need braids in the middle and in the back. So I went ahead and I took a hair tie just to kind of have on deck. And I wanted to go ahead and separate the first part of the hair so I could separate the next 2 parts. So now we're gonna section off our hair. We have our 1 part, and then we're gonna take 2 more. We're gonna take 1 on the right and 1 on the left. So we're gonna section one side off first. Again, we wanna make sure we don't have too many braids, because having too many braids in one section makes it difficult to work with. And we definitely are gonna need some more of the braids for our future styles. So let's go ahead and just take a little bit of braids from each side, and now we have it sectioned off into 3. We're going to take our hair tie out of the first one. We're going to take the braids from the first section and we're going to take them to the back. We're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap our hair tie around the braids. It doesn't have to be so tight, because you don't need it to be so tight. When you have braids, you never want to pull the hair too much, because again, ladies, we want to keep our edges. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take one side of the braids and we're going to take them and wrap them around in the opposite direction. So if you take the right set of braids, you're going to wrap it to the left. And if you have the left side of braids, you're going to wrap it to the right. So we're going to go ahead and just do one wrap around. You don't need to tie it down because it will stay by itself. Go ahead and take that second side of braids and do the same thing you did with the other side, and go ahead and wrap it in the opposite direction. So again, we're gonna wrap it in the opposite direction, and when we wrap it underneath, we're not going to pull it too tight. So if it makes it a little bit easier to just wrap it around while both sets are in your hand, that makes it fine too. It's a little bit easier to do it that way anyways, but we definitely want to take both sides and we're just going to do like a little wrap around. Whatever way feels comfortable to you is the way that I would suggest you do it. And the cool thing about braids is once I start wrapping my braids, and maybe it's because they are so long, I actually don't need to use hair ties all the time. So ladies, you guys know when you have braids and you want to do one bun, you kind of just let the braids wrap themselves to hold the bun in place. So that's what I'm doing here for the most part, and for most of the styles that I have. I'm just showing you guys how to put them up. And if you guys want to use bobby pins to pin it up or hair ties to hold it in place, I definitely encourage you guys to do that as well. So now that we have all parts in place, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take another jewel and we're going to go ahead and place them where we'd like. I decided to go with a red, yellow, green theme. And because I had to get into the mirror, I wasn't able to just put, my head all in the camera. But I thought it was really pretty to go ahead and just give it a little color. We have our 3 sections. Again, we have our middle section, our right section, and our left section. And we placed the first section to the back. We took the sides and we wrapped them around. So just a little recap. And again, if you want to use a hair tie, if you want to use a bobby pin, you can. So to just add a little bit more color and make it just a little more, of a pop, I'm going to add some more jewels in. I added jewels on the right and to the left because I thought that it would just make the hairstyle pop a little bit more. What do y'all think? We have that middle section coming through where it was wrapped. And this is, again, like I said, one of those styles that, I would wear to Carnival, even if I wasn't dancing in Carnival. Y'all know I get in the spirit of things and, I get to dressing up and cosplay and all kind of stuff. So this was definitely one of those looks that I felt would be really cute for any kind of festival, any kind of, cosplay event, and or, like I said, Carnival. I mean, are y'all loving this style as much as I am? Because I was really feeling this. Like, I was feeling this whole style, okay? Look 2 had me, you know, it had me inspired. So we're going to go ahead and get into style number 3. We are going to take the middle section of our hair. We're just going to go ahead and finger part it. We're going to take the middle section of our hair and we're just going to hold it, leaving some of the braids down in the back. So from this hairstyle, we're going to take a hair tie. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in a ponytail. Now, remember ladies, we're only doing the middle section, so leave the bottom section down and take the middle section and put it in a ponytail with your hair tie. So this is a super easy hairstyle because you've already done part 1. So we're just adding a little extra flair to the hairstyle. And again, these are Carnival Inspired hairstyles. I was really feeling this whole goddess Afrocentric, like, you know, Queen of the Damned kind of look for this one. So, you know, your girl was feeling this one. And I do want to ask y'all, since I mentioned Queen of the Damned, is that something that I should do cosplay? If you guys think so, let me know in the comments below, and I might even rock this hairstyle with it. But for now, you guys are getting Carnival Inspired hairstyles, and number 3 I was really feeling. So from 3, again, it's an easy transition into another hairstyle because we're just going to take that same sectioned off piece and we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap it in a bun. Again, if you'd like, you can go ahead and you can use bobby pins to pin it up, or you can use a hair tie to hold it together. But for the sake of just showing you guys how to do the style, I just wanted to show you guys some funky little styles you guys can play with, okay? So with that third section, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take it and we're going to do the same thing that we did with the second section, and we're going to wrap it around into a bun. So if you guys like to twist the hair before you wrap, that's an option. If you guys just like to wrap, that's an option. There's a lot of ways that you guys can wrap braids. If you guys want to know more about how to wrap braids, I can do a video on that as well. But if not, you know, do what makes you guys feel comfortable. But I would consider these to be like giant bantu knots, actually, and they're really pretty to me. Like, I was just feeling the look. Like, as soon as I wrapped it, as soon as I looked in the mirror, I just knew that I really liked this look. I just thought it was really pretty. I thought it was very like appropriate for braids. It just completed the look of having braids, having my jewels. And again, when I looked in the mirror, I was inspired all over again to do something just a little bit different. So I went ahead and I sectioned off the third part. I used a hair tie for the third one because I thought it'd be easier to twist it because I had the other bun in front of it and it was pretty big, so I just thought it'd be easier to just use a hair tie. So I did like a twist and wrap. If you guys want a detailed video on a twist and wrap, or if you guys want me to redo any of these hairstyles in a little bit more detail, let me know in the comments below. But for now, again, I'm just doing a couple of quick different styles to show you guys the different things that you can do with braids, and they can be a little shorter. You don't have to have 40-inch braids to achieve these looks, but because my braids were so long, I did want to have a little fun with them. So as of right now, this is what the final look is. I really liked it. I thought this was the cutest one of them all. It definitely ended up being my favorite because it was the most creative, it was the most fun, and it just was different. I may add a few more jewels when I actually do it to the 2 braids that are coming down, because like I said, I do like for the front part of me to be the most accessorized. That's the part people see the most. Therefore, we're going to make a good impression. That concludes our tutorial. And if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And follow your girl on Instagram at ShayIsLove. Peace.